Today we are in Titus chapter 2, verse 11. We'll start with reading it. Epiphane gar he charis tu theou soterois pasen anthropois. If we look over and just read a brief translation, the way the NASB translates this is, "For the grace of God has appeared, bringing salvation to all men." So as we just think through a few of the features here, first we have our conjunction gar showing up in the second place in the sentence, but we can conceptually realize this is coming first and linking to what's above. So in light of the instructions given in verses 1 through 10, this is what follows. 4, here we have a verb. Again, if we were to look, we would see that this is a aorist, passive, indicative, third person singular. So when we know that this is our verb, we're now looking for a third person. So we know that we're looking for a noun here, and it's going to be singular. So we're looking for, is there anything here in the sentence, singular, that's third person, that could be functioning, ideally in the nominative is what we're looking for, something that would be functioning within this sentence as the subject of this verb. And if we note, we have the nominative article here, and indeed if I highlight over charis, I realize it is a nominative. So likely, I have a good chance this is my noun, that is the subject. But the question is there anything modifying this noun? Certainly we have he, but we also have theou in the genitive. If we note that this is genitive singular, and then we have the article here. So we have all of this functioning together. What kind of grace? The grace of God. So this would be the subject altogether of the verb here for what has appeared. So the grace of God has appeared. And interestingly, here we have soterois, but there's not a verb. So what's the connection between soterois and the preceding? And if we look at soterois, it's a word, if you look at the Dictionary of Biblical Languages, it is only occurring here in Titus. That's what this little plus symbol means. It means the author of DBL is saying, I've cited the only reference of this word. Soterois, it means saving or delivering, pertaining to bringing salvation. So it is a modification of either the verbal idea, it has appeared, and in its appearing it is bringing, or bringing salvation, that is, or is a modification of grace, the grace that brings salvation. Same idea, either way to some degree, but it seems preferable to have the idea of it has appeared is the main idea, and then it has appeared bringing. So this would almost adverbially modifying bringing salvation. So the manner or the coming alongside the appearance of God's grace is that it has also brought with it this salvation. And furthermore, we have two words here in the dative case, adjectival dative here, and then a noun in the dative. So two men or mankind. What kind of men or mankind? All mankind. And if you look in DBL, you can get a sense for the range of pasen, which is a good reminder that we're not teaching universalism here. We're not teaching the fact that God saved everyone, but especially in context of looking at verses 1 through 10, where Paul has talked about all sorts of individuals, young men, young women, older women, slaves, masters, the whole dynamic. Then we see that this fifth sense of every kind of, or persons from all sorts of mankind. And that is further reinforced when you look at verse 12 and realize that it's us, training us. So Paul is linking all mankind with Paul and Titus and those that he's co-laboring with. So there is Titus chapter 2, verse 11, with a few insights coming from our Bible study software.